Right now, at this very moment, there is a coin sitting on exchanges in wallets inside DeFi protocols across every continent on Earth. It's supposed to be worth exactly $1. Always, permanently, guaranteed. It is the backbone of the entire crypto market. More than half of all Bitcoin trades on Earth run through it. Without it, the global crypto economy as we know it would grind to a halt overnight. And here's the thing that should keep you up at night. Nobody, not the US government, not Wall Street's top auditors, not the world's leading financial regulators, can fully and independently verify what is actually backing it. This is the story of Tether, the $186 billion stablecoin that the whole world depends on, and that nobody can fully explain. Everything in this video is based on verified court documents, regulatory filings, and public reporting. This is not financial advice. Let's start with the basics, because you cannot understand the controversy without understanding what Tether actually is. Tether, ticker symbol USDT, is what's called a stablecoin, designed to always be worth exactly $1. You put in $1, you get 1 USDT. You want your dollar back, you redeem it. Simple concept. Enormous execution. As of early 2026, about $186 billion USDT is in circulation, making it the largest stablecoin and the third largest cryptocurrency, behind only Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here's why it matters. Traders use USDT to move money between exchanges quickly without converting to dollars. People in countries like Turkey, Nigeria, or Venezuela use it to protect savings from collapsing currencies. DeFi protocols use it as a stable unit of account. Tether is the plumbing of crypto, the pipes everything flows through. And like most pipes, people don't think about them until they burst. Now here's where things get uncomfortable. Because Tether did not build its empire on a clean record. Back in 2017, Tether claimed every USDT was backed one-to-one by real US dollars. That was the promise. It wasn't true. The New York Attorney General's office later revealed that Tether had no reliable banking access and, at times, no cash reserves backing USDT in circulation. In the same year, its affiliate Bitfinex lost $850 million via Crypto Capital Corp. and secretly used Tether's reserves to cover it. In 2021, Attorney General Letitia James said Tether's full backing claims were a lie. Tether and Bitfinex paid $18.5 million to settle. Months later, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission fined them $41.6 million for misrepresenting reserves. Later reports by CoinDesk and Bloomberg showed reserves included Chinese commercial paper, despite years of denials. 2 fines, 1 settlement, years of misleading statements. So what does Tether claim is backing your money in 2026? And how verified is it? Tether publishes quarterly attestations by BDO Italia. According to the latest figures, reserves include about $122 billion in U.S. Treasury bills, the safest part, around $17 billion in secured loans to undisclosed parties, with no transparency on borrowers or collateral. Tether had promised to eliminate these by 2023, but the loan book has grown instead. Roughly 97,000 Bitcoin, about $7 billion, which can drop in value if the market falls, plus gold, corporate bonds, and other investments. Now the key issue, none of this has ever been independently audited. Not once. There's a difference. An attestation is based on what the company shows. An audit is a full forensic check. Tether has never done the latter. In November 2025, S&P Global gave Tether its weakest stability score, warning Bitcoin exposure could exceed its buffer in a downturn. HSBC echoed the concern, flagging built-in depegging risk. CEO Paolo Ardoino responded by saying they wear the criticism with pride. This is the question that serious financial minds worry about. What if Tether depegs, even slightly, like $1 to 90 cents? That triggers a bank run. Everyone tries to redeem at once, on a system holding $186 billion with no full independent audit. Exchanges freeze withdrawals. DeFi protocols auto-liquidate positions. We saw a preview in 2022 when TerraUSD collapsed. USDT briefly dropped to $0.9485 and markets lost hundreds of billions. A real Tether break is often called a black swan. Sudden, systemic, and hard to contain. To be fair, Tether has survived major shocks like the FTX collapse and the Silicon Valley Bank crisis, and the peg recovered every time. So where does Tether stand heading into mid-2026? Pressure is rising from all sides. In Europe, MiCA requires stablecoin issuers to hold 60% reserves in EU banks and undergo audits. Tether didn't comply, and exchanges like Binance and Kraken delisted USDT for European users. In the US, the Genius Act demands full liquid reserves and transparency. Meanwhile, the US Department of Justice and Commodity Futures Trading Commission are reportedly still investigating. On the other hand, Tether made over $10 billion in profit in 2025, holds massive US Treasury reserves, and has frozen $3.29 billion tied to crime, working with agencies like the Federal Bureau of Investigation. 12 years in, $186 billion at stake. Still no full independent audit. Here's where we land. Tether is either critical infrastructure or the biggest unverified claim in finance. Maybe both. For 12 years, the peg has held. But the New York Attorney General's office called its backing claims a lie. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission fined it. S&P Global gave it the weakest score. Still no full audit. If this made you think, like, subscribe and tell me, do you trust Tether? See you in the next one.